Total crime in D.C. is down 19%, and violent crime is down 30%. Carjackings in the district are down 67%. Homicides are down 57%. Robberies are down 40%. Motor vehicle thefts are down 32%. And assaults with dangerous weapons are down 23%. And property crime is down 18%. These numbers prove the president's bold actions to make D.C. safe and beautiful again are working, just like he said they would.
The White House updating the nation on the successes of the D.C. crime crackdown as the administration seeks to restore law and order to the nation's capital. Now, President Trump already looking at other blue cities plagued with crime, despite pushback from Democrats. Let's bring in Interior Secretary Doug Burgum. Wanted to show this here for everybody to see. The D.C. crime crackdown, almost 1,300 total arrests, 135 guns seized, 9 known gang members arrested, 5 missing children recovered, which I think is an incredible statistic. And this one is really interesting to me also. The 50 homeless encampments cleared. Many of those are at parks that your department oversees, that you're in charge of. Are you satisfied that those people went someplace where they could get care? And are you going to be able to keep this going even after the National Guard goes home?
Well, absolutely, Dana. We will be able to keep it going, and that's because President Trump has empowered the U.S. Park Police. This is the foundation of law enforcement in Washington, D.C. This is a group that was created by George Washington in 1791. They're the oldest uniformed law enforcement group in the country, founded by George Washington, re-empowered by Donald J. Trump. And now that the handcuffs have been taken off the police, so to speak, in terms of things like no pursuit, they're allowed to pursue criminals. I mean, just a basic part of law enforcement. And now the handcuffs are going on the criminals as opposed to going on the police. And I'd say, that, the crime statistics are down, as you heard from Carolyn, but 2 things are up. Restaurant reservations are up, and morale among police is way, way up. And I would just say if there's anybody working in a metro in this country where they've been defunded, demoralized, not supported by their mayors or their council. We're hiring in Washington, D.C. The U.S. Park Police would love to have you join our ranks. We've got open positions and increased funding coming from the White House. And this is going to be a sustainable, durable solution for our nation's capital.
Do you know much about the homeless people that you have moved out and what sort of services they've been able to take advantage of or accept? If they were willing to?
Well, there's plenty of services in D.C., but a matter of fact is there's been so much money spent by the city of D.C. There was $17 million more spent in 2025 so far budgeted for supporting illegal aliens than there was towards renovations and support for homeless shelters. But even with that, the U.S. Park Police began when President Trump put out his first executive order on March 27th of this year about a safe and beautiful capital for our country. That included removing. So the U.S. Park Police have been involved in removing over 70 homeless camps, and there have been places found for all of those people. But again, this is among the most visited places. More people visit the U.S. National Mall than visit Yellowstone Park, Yosemite, Grand Canyon. When they come, they deserve to be safe. They deserve to not be panhandled. They deserve to not be in a place where people are selling or trading drugs. And there are services available for these homeless. It's just saying that vagrancy is against the law. You cannot live on federal land. That is against the law.
You are formerly a governor of a Midwestern state, North Dakota, and President Trump had this to say yesterday about the Illinois Governor Pritzker. The Governor Pritzker had 6 murders in Chicago this weekend. 20 people were shot, but he doesn't want to ask me for help. Can this be possible? The people are desperate for me to stop the crime, something the Democrats aren't capable of doing. Stay tuned, President DJT. Principally for you, how do you feel about federal enforcement in local areas? And do you think that there is an emergency that's called for a place like Chicago?
Well, I think there's a number of cities around this country that are extremely dangerous, extremely crime-driven. And if you talk to the police who've gone through this era of being defunded and unsupported by their mayors and their governors, they would love it. I mean, you talk to the law enforcement here in Washington, D.C., the morale is the highest it's been in 25 years because they actually feel they've got the support. So this is a crazy thing. I mean, regardless of what party you're in, you should be against crime. You should be for safe cities. And so that we've got, mayors and governors pushing back on President Trump, trying to, as we head into our celebration of America's 250th birthday, to have safe, clean, and beautiful cities, starting with the Capitol, and then people pushing back on that. Well, great. If they're going to push back on support from the federal government and a partnership to do what's now proven to work, the gold standard that President Trump has shown can work here in D.C., if they want to push back on that, it'd be interesting to know what are they going to tell their citizens they're going to do to stop and lower crime in their own cities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked to a woman the other day who lost both her cousin and her son to gun violence in the last 8 years in Chicago, and she would like to see changes there. I'm sure there are others just like her, unfortunately. Governor and Secretary Doug Burgum, thanks for being with us today, and have a great Labor Day weekend.
You too. Thank you, Dana.
Take care.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.